So if you ask the average person who has neck pain, hey, what muscles do you typically stretch to relieve that pain? I guarantee you 9 out of 10 people are gonna say they do something to stretch like their upper back and their neck and their traps, somewhere along the back muscles right inside of here, right? But nobody ever, almost nobody ever says the front of their neck muscles, where there's a lot of muscles inside of here. One of the main ones being the sternocleidomastoid. I know I said that wrong, somebody's gonna bastardize me from that. But there's a lot of muscles along the, your scalenes, a lot of the little, like, you know, the guitar muscle tendons you see inside here if somebody really stretches out their neck. Those are the muscles that are typically tight on so many people these days that, yeah, you're getting your attention in your upper back and your traps and your neck and everything else, but the reason why we're getting our attention there is because we're leaning forward like this, and the reason why we're leaning forward is because we're texting all day, or we're driving all day, or we're sitting in front of our computer all day, or we're watching TV, we're Netflixing and chilling, mainly the Netflix part, right, here all day, and we get to the point where our neck muscles start getting this forward position where, there's no way to candy coat it, I'm just gonna say it, so don't bastardize me for it, but you see a lot of older people, right, this day and age, like people like in their 70s to like 85, where they have this like forward hunch in this back and their backs because, you know, in a greater percentage of their adult life, they were leaning forward like this. These muscles are so tight and locked up, you can't do anything for them, right? So, one of the things I used to tell people is, hey, you know what? If you want to stretch out these muscles, hold your pec tendon down, lift up. Now, this is going to be really weird. Don't laugh at me, right? You're going to open your mouth for this one. I know the joke's going to come already. I'm going to push down on my pec tendon right here, so I hold the tendons down. I'm going to lift up. I'm going to stretch my neck with my mouth open. So I get the most amount of length and tension there, and then once I get the tension, I'm gonna close my jaw to intensify the stretch, all right? Now, a lot of people just have a hard time getting that one down. So we came up with a way to do the ultimate neck stretch with rubber bands, right? So what you do is you get some stable rubber bands that do not have any rips or tears inside of them because you don't want them snapping on you. That would, the pain you would feel from that would be a lot worse than your neck. And we're gonna make sure it's on a very secure anchor point along the wall. But all I'm gonna do, I'm gonna anchor my shoulder with the rubber band, a strong rubber band, so it holds my collarbone down, so it stretches out the bottom part of those muscles. And what I'm gonna do from here, I'm gonna get in a good stance with my feet. I don't wanna get pulled over. This is gonna hold my shoulder down and back. A lot of you guys who do like a lot of heavy weight training, this would be good for you too. And I relax that collarbone muscle. And then from there, I'm able to get these deeper stretches in my neck. With a lot less force and fight from the other muscles to be able to stretch out all these muscles because I'm keeping my collarbone depressed and down. What I'm doing from there is all different angles I gotta move to stretch out my neck. Crack, you motherfucker. Oh, I got one. Oh, I've been trying to get to it all morning. And all the rubber band is doing is holding my shoulder down so that when I stretch my neck, it doesn't pull up on my shoulder. I want my shoulder going down, I want my neck going the opposite way, right? It's a phenomenal stretch. I very highly recommend playing around with it. Ladies, just be aware it might leave a mark, so when you go home, just be aware in case the husband starts asking questions, right? I don't want to cause any divorces. Now, let's say you don't have any rubber bands, right? Let's come over here. We're gonna use a wall. I'm gonna go right over here, right? Just so the fact you guys can see. Normally I would be on the cement wall, but I want you guys to see it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna brace my shoulder up against the wall, right? I'm a little sweaty, so it's not gonna stay. And now, basically what I'm doing is I'm the technique is called blocking. We're using an immovable object, right, to keep your shoulder in place, so as I go to stretch, I don't get any movement or compensation from that spot right there. All I'm gonna do, leaning into the wall, I can block with my shoulder, I'm able to stretch. That's delicious. Move my neck around. Get these good stretches, right? That really, oh, that's a good one. Help me open up all this tension that I get all throughout the day, right? From the other side, I'll be right here so you can see me a little more. I'm leaning against the wall. If you have a bigger wall, like I was doing it there so you guys can see it, the walls work great. Now, if you're sweaty, you might need a towel, right? But I'm able to lean into the wall and really stretch and move in a way that really lets me open everything up. Now I'm just moving around, stretching out the different muscles, but the main thing that's happening here is that, you know, you're using a sturdy object to hold your shoulder down while you move around the neck. Now you'll probably watch a lot of other videos. We even shot some too where we tell you, hey, take your hand, bring it behind your back, pull down on the arm and move, you're still gonna have a tendency to do a lot of like movement inside of there. And even here, I'm internally rotating with my shoulder, so my shoulder's still a little turned in. But if I'm able to keep my hand turned out and my shoulder turned out, I can open up so more along this like shoulder path right here, and it really gives you that relieving stretch. So those are 2 different techniques we've been using for the longest time that we just recently started incorporating and showing to our clients because, you know, it's pretty low tech and people are like, dude, what are you doing up against the wall? Like, that looks kind of weird. But it's been such a phenomenal stretch for the people we've shown it to that we've been showing it to everybody, and everybody really likes it. You just gotta make sure that like if you're leaning up against the wall, if it's like a brick wall, maybe you put like a towel there so you don't get any abrasions on your arm. If you're using a rubber band, make sure you don't use the gym's rubber band because if other people are using the other rubber band and you're sweating on it, you know, just wipe it down first. With the exception of that though, so many people have neck pain these days that anything we can do to help mitigate that neck tension, it's gonna, if your neck is tight, it's gonna pull everything else in your body out of alignment because you're gonna try to keep yourself balanced throughout the day. So just by learning how to stretch out these muscles right here, while they might not be super painful right now, we still wanna stretch those out because everybody's in these bent over positions and it's only a matter of time before you get something flared up, and it's easier to fix in the beginning versus later on. So guys, hopefully that helped you out. Like always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comments section below so either myself or somebody from the team can reach out to help give you some clarity and guidance on it. If it really helped you out, hit the save button so you can come back to it later on or share it with somebody else you think might be able to benefit from it. And if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, points of interest, funny jokes, anything about fitness what's a wall, don't be afraid to shoot us a DM because you know what? You might give us an idea for some content that you see us talking about next week. Thanks for stopping by. See you guys in the next one.